Hey, 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 hello, everybody. I'm super duper excited that you guys are here with me today. You're in for a sweet, sweet treat. Welcome. Hey, what's up? We got Facebook here, YouTube is here. Welcome. We're even going to stream from Insta. So go ahead and share the feed. Now is the time to definitely do a watch party. You're definitely going to want to do a watch party because we have something amazing that's happening today. I have been looking forward to today for the last couple of days after a series of conversations that I've had about what's happening right now. So you don't want to hear this information by yourself. Go ahead and share the feed. YouTube, we see you here. Insta's going to come in just a moment. And I just want to set the tone and make sure you guys are ready for what's going to happen. I believe that some of you have been looking for something and seeking for something and just really ready for the next level as we prepare to go into the close of 2020 and just go into an explosive year. So this is Dr. Chyna Bethy. I know some of you are sharing this and doing watch parties. And so I'm in a beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, and we're going to have some crypto conversations. And this is something that I'm really excited about. So much is happening right now in cryptocurrency. And what I realize is that a lot of people don't even know what cryptocurrency is. A lot of people are hearing this information and not really even sure what the heck is crypto. And so today I hope that you'll be able to really not so much as get a full understanding. I think that some of it is about you just really moving into what's already happening right now and learning as you go along. But I do want you to pull out pen and notepad. I do want you to share this information. I do want you to do a watch party. I encourage you to bring some people in on this conversation right now because we have to do this as a community. And I'm really just excited about the opportunity that the first movers are going to have. You're going to have a first mover spirit on you for something as big as this. And so I got a special guest on with me today. I'm super duper excited about it. This is Mr. Nick Gomez. Hey, Nick, how you doing out there?
Hey, how's it going? Do you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you loud and clear. You may have to position your camera a little bit just because of the little banner that's on here and everything. Okay. That's good. Nick, I'm super duper excited to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Conversations about cryptocurrency, crypto conversations. We've really built up a group of people that's looking forward to what we're going to talk about today. So thank you for being here.
No, of course. Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure. Excited to be here. I know there's a lot of people that want to learn about crypto, and here we are. So excited.
So Nick, where are you? Are you in Florida?
Yeah. So downtown Miami. Yep.
Downtown Miami. So let's just get right into it. Obviously, there are people here that are listening in. They are following my social media page. They're following somebody who's doing a watch party page. Maybe they're in business with us. And what I know is the majority of people don't even know what we're talking about when we start talking about cryptocurrency. So before we get into the depth of that, just tell us a little bit about you and who you are, and then we'll transition more into this space so that there's a little bit of opportunity for people to kind of connect to see that we're everyday people. I'm a mom. I got 3 kids. 2 of them are in here. I'm like, mama's about to start working. And so we're real everyday people that's diving into something that could have been excluded from us. So let everybody know who you are, a little bit about you.
Yeah, of course. So I'm 25 years old. Been trading for about 5 years. Been in the space of entrepreneurship for 7. Before, I used to work in retail stores in Hollister. Had the long hair, so real normal. But found the right people, the right communities, the right circles, and they put me onto the right information, which led me to the markets, which led me to affiliate marketing and other entrepreneurship endeavors. So that's how it happened for me, and I know it could happen for everybody else.
Wow, 25 years old. That's amazing. I love that millennials, because you definitely fit millennial, right? I know we're going into Gen Zs. A lot of people call it Gen Zs millennials, but I love that I'm millennial too, like the beginning of it, but I just love what's happening right now and how much risk that I feel that is being taken amongst the current generation versus to what has happened before in the past. I love that they're seeing that some of the things that may have been taught for them to do that's not necessarily working, that they're being really adventurous and saying, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna jump into it because the results is just absolutely amazing. So how did you get involved in cryptocurrency? It sounds like you started trading first. Were you first trading in Bitcoin? And then when did you first get your first experience with crypto, specifically Bitcoin?
So I've been in this space for trading for a while, and until 2016 did I get introduced to crypto. But I started actually with binary options years before that. So and I had some luck. I would say some success, but it didn't click for me. I'm a person that I need to be really passionate about something to achieve success with it.
Mhm.
And binary options led me to Forex. I traded Forex, made some money, but it was nothing like, wow, this is it. You know, this is my passion. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And then through a mentor on YouTube, I found Bitcoin and the Ethereum. I mean, I remember watching an Ethereum video and it was like $12, $20. Bitcoin was like at $600 at that time. And that's what started, really my journey in cryptocurrency, all really because of the purpose behind it. It wasn't just something that I could trade on an everyday basis and make money. It was the vision. I'm someone that likes seeing vision, something, bigger than what it is. And I saw what crypto was really solving for the world, the technology, the people, and fell in love with it, fell in love with the progress, the pioneering of it, and started trading it ever since.
Wow, 2016, Bitcoin was $600. That's amazing. So you started trading. Bitcoin
Mm-hmm.
crypto wasn't the first. You went binary options first, then
Mm-hmm.
Forex, and then got into cryptocurrency. But because you are already trading it, did you
Mm-hmm.
start off trading it? Did you just start acquiring, accumulating the
I
actual?
started investing because back then there wasn't much margin trading platforms. It was a little bit different
Yeah.
back then. You could only buy in exchanges, and no one would really sell the market because everyone expected it to go up. So I was just accumulating. Some brokers here and there started to do the introduction of being able to trade in, MetaTrader 4, and
Yeah.
but first it was always investing. Then I moved on to trading at leverage.
Got you. I think that's so early on because we're talking about when you were maybe 18, 19 years old, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
When I first started seeing crypto was like 20. Yeah, I'm 25, so so 2021 around there is when I started
2021.
starting. Mm-hmm.
So for those of you that are listening in right now, whether you're 18, 19 years old, 20, 21 years old, or you have kids that's that age, like there is no age requirement as it relates to starting to understand and learning this. Like you're not too old, you're not too young to understand that the future has already caught up with us, right? So we're doing something right now that he started doing 5 years ago, and we're going to speed you up. But I want you to understand that you don't have to understand everything to participate in what's happening right now, because whether you understand it or not, it's happening. I like to look at the internet, and for me, I'm an 80s baby, and I remember when the internet was coming out, it was like nobody knew what was going on with the internet either. And now we can't imagine life without the internet. But what if we would have been more of a first mover in what was taking place? What if we would have seeked opportunity? What if we didn't have to understand everything to see that something big was happening? I think one of the biggest things is seeing all the big movers starting to move into this direction, even some of them that were a little bit skeptical, even some of them that probably were a little negative toward what was going to happen in crypto. Now they're moving into, let's talk a little bit about some of the big players that are entering into this space and are making real big moves in this space right now.
Yeah, I think it's really important to understand who's playing in the court already. It's shocking to see, from J.P. Morgan Chase investing over $200 million in 2017 after calling Bitcoin a scam. They invested $200 million. They pushed price down to suppress it, and then they bought it up due to their big news press. We've seen Fidelity. If you don't know what Fidelity, you probably invest with Fidelity. They manage over $7 trillion, and they are getting involved with trading and giving the opportunity to accredited investors to get involved with Bitcoin. I mean, there is the sister company of which is called ICE of the New York Stock Exchange. They're getting involved with trading and investing crypto. I mean, when I go to New York, my girlfriend and I, we're in. You could see in Times Square, there's the ticker for BTC USD, XRP USD. So that should kind of put you some clues. And recently we've had PayPal pretty much start, playing in the crypto court. I mean, that's huge. I mean, it's getting to the point where we're starting to see nations involve cryptocurrencies in their own, way of processing money, handling payments. And now we're seeing massive corporations. I think in everything to like you're talking about first movers advantage, it's about picking up the clues from the big boys, and if you could mirror what these individuals are doing, then you could be ahead of the game before everybody else starts getting involved in crypto, just like it happened in 2018, 19, 20,
I love that. I love it. Guys, drop your cities and states in the chat. Let us know where you guys are connecting in from. Let's engage a little bit. If you have any questions, I want you to type those in. I also want to know if you're already trading, buying or acquiring cryptocurrency, type that in the chat as well. I just want to see where the audience is that's watching right now. So I want to know where you're located right now. I want to know if you're already in this space, even if it's just a little bit, because one of the things you said just now, Nick, and I think is very surprising for people, is that you can get in now and still be in very early. Some people kind of feel like, is it too late? Did I kind of miss it? Let's talk about how early it is for people getting in on it. Like, 2009 was the beginning of crypto. I know I totally missed it. I wish I mean, I don't know what I would have did or said, right? But I wish that somebody would have came to me with something like this that was as inexpensive as it was when it was, a couple of cents, a couple of dollars, looking at what's happening right now. But, talk about timing right now with people being able to get involved right now and take full advantage of it, and still being very, very early, not even relative, but very, very early.
Yeah, it's so early. It was once a penny, which is interesting to talk about. We were in the elevator in my building, and there's someone who bought 100 Bitcoins for $20.
Wow.
In my building.
That's
and I'm just like, wow, like the blessing, and I don't know if he's still holding on to it or not, but regardless, the investment, that's lucrative. That's incredible. But we're so early. That's the biggest misconception. And I think it's because of lack of education, because you're blocking a blessing thinking you're late to something that you don't understand. How can you say that when you don't get it? So when you start researching, see, this is, to me, I like being an investor. I think all of us should look at us like individuals in the Shark Tank show. We're the people behind the chairs. And you should be analyzing everything. You should be really dissecting something before you put money into it. So when I looked at cryptocurrency, I'm like, why? Even if I just had $100, why am I going to look at crypto? And then I started researching about their technology. There's only 21 million Bitcoins. It's decentralized, meaning no government, no person, no anybody, no entity can control it. It's changing the world and how transactions are made. I was like, wow, this could really be something really powerful. And then I got invested. And now that I'm so involved in cryptocurrency, folks, Bitcoin could go to 100, 150,000, $250,000 with no problem, personally. And a lot of experts in the field also say that, because it's just, there's never been something like this before. It's just like the internet. No one could have predicted how large, the change for everybody around the world was going to happen due to the internet, due to Amazon, due to all these. We don't even leave the house and we just shop online and gets here tomorrow. You have to now think of Bitcoin that way, because it's changing one of the things that hasn't been changed. It's the financial way. It's the way to process payments around the world. And we're still living in the Stone Age in regards to finance. Banks still open at 9, still close at 5, closed on weekends. An international wire takes 5 to 7 days. Still the Stone Age, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is changing that. So it gives you the opportunity to invest into it. It's so early. I think by the end of the year, we'll probably be seeing Bitcoin at 20,000 again. And then, the next couple of years, it gearing up towards 100 grand. So it's still so early. Still so early. Wow.
Wow, guys, tag somebody that you want to become wealthy with. Tag somebody who's looking. They may be home right now. Life may have happened to them because of COVID or whatever the case may be. And they're in a transitional period in their life. And I think most people don't realize that they're in a transitional period. I know this may be insensitive to some people. They may not understand the context of what I'm saying is, but I believe that this has been a blessed year for people who know how to seize opportunity, because so many people felt like they did not have the time. I think what's happening is people are looking for the norm. They're looking for their old reality. And so they're not being open, creative to move into what's available right now, because now people do have more time. A lot of people are working from home, but they don't realize what's really, really happening right now. Like, everything has totally changed. And so to be kind of forcing yourself back into what was, it's 2020. I don't think things will ever go back to what it was before. So the question needs to become, how do I maximize the moment? How do I position myself? Because when companies were closing down and businesses were closing down, and companies that were reputable, that love and respect, were closing down and changing their models, guess what was happening? The internet was booming. Like, the internet was booming, creating more and more millionaires and billionaires. And I believe that those are the wealth clues that people need to really pay attention to. And the people who are really forcing themselves to go back to this norm will become very antiquated, and unfortunately could position themselves to becoming very, very poor, because they were not willing to kind of move into the current times. Let's talk about the current platform that we have.
Mhm.
I believe that Christopher Terry is an absolute genius. He is my personal mentor. I know he's your mentor. I remember we were all in Florida. I just knew that we needed to have Nick Gomez there with a room full of women. Because we don't really see a whole lot of women in this space when it comes down to finances, period. And I think sometimes, women may feel like, oh, well, my husband does this, my husband does that. But I believe that women definitely need to be involved in this space. I believe it's very sexy, very attractive, and we really, really want to open up the door for so many more women. But let's talk about our platform that we have right now that really does make it simple and convenient for a person who doesn't know everything about this space, because none of us do.
Mhm.
How they can simply get involved in a very affordable way to benefit them.
Yeah. So our platform, it's so exciting because so many people are just being blessed through the education, the opportunity of it. Our company, it's I Am Mastery Academy, and it's I want you to look at it like this. It's your one-stop shop to learn how to invest, trade, and build wealth. That's how I see it. It's a way for you to learn a skill set of either trading Forex, trading binary options, trading crypto through an academy, and at the same time having live professionals in the market that we call educators that are going to be showing you every single step of the way how to trade, how to get in positions, how to learn the skill set, because that's how I learned how to trade, through an educator. So just like a mentor you're going to have. And then from there, we have a lot of technology from software and apps where you're going to be able to get positioned into the market simply because of our experts. They'll be telling you when to enter, when to exit. So you could do two things that we always say. You could be earning while you're learning. So you get to jump on this platform. It's called Go Live, and you get to watch these experts. And now that we're actually in DCX, I learned how to trade because of Crypto Picasso. So look at that. I met him, I got into crypto. I made a lot of money, but I wanted to master it. And I watched Crypto Picasso. He's been trading for over 12 years. 12 years. And, well over a very large, significant amount of money. And I just jumped on his sessions and I watched him over and over, watched his recordings, and I learned the skill set so much that now I'm one of the educators and traders and his partner now in the app called Swipecoin. And it's all because I took advantage of the information. And you have that same information. It's the most crazy thing. The same thing that we're sharing with you, I did, and it's earned me the skill set and a lot of income. And you can too. So our company is just a platform for you to learn how to trade, and you're not alone. Chyna, her incredible leaders and her system, they're going to gear you in the right steps to success. And then the product, the company has everything, all the tools that you need from starting from zero. Maybe you still don't understand what Bitcoin is. Everything is there from top to bottom to get you going. So it's really, really exciting.
Wow, that's amazing. So I didn't realize that you learned from Crypto Picasso, who that's the beautiful thing about it. You get to come into a platform like this and learn from the experts, and who knows, maybe you'll be such an amazing student that you will become the expert. That is absolutely just amazing. That's just incredible to me. Guys, he talked about a particular tool that we're excited about because I just saw what you guys did for the month of October. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's kind of bring this, let's bring this on in a little bit more for you guys to just listen to this. You have access to the experts. So even if you don't understand what Bitcoin is, what cryptocurrency is, even if you're still working to wrap your mind around it, that's what our students look like. They look like you, the person who probably didn't even know what it was. The difference is they say, listen, I want to take advantage of this. I want to position myself to really maximize what's going on inside of these markets so that I could benefit from what PayPal is going to benefit from what Fidelity is going to benefit from, what all of these billionaires and all these major players in the game is benefiting from, even if I don't have that kind of money. Like many of us started to get on auto save with crypto when you came down to the Women Who Win event in Florida. Remember, I believe it was $35. We started saving. He broke everything down. It wasn't because I was an expert on crypto. It's because something was happening that we actually could get involved in. I'll figure that part out later. I'll figure that part out when we look at the doggone accounts just growing and we like, oh my God, this is amazing that you could just put your money into it and just let it sit. I mean, I personally feel that this is a greater investment even than real estate personally. You don't have to have the credit. You don't have to have a big down payment. If you're looking for a way to invest and you want to have good returns on your money, you could literally invest $5 to $10 a day, $5 to $10 a week, just get in. And having access to the ability to not just buy it and accumulate it, but also trade it is what we provide on our platform. So when you hear Nick talk about being able to have a mentor like Picasso, that is absolutely amazing. Crypto Picasso is doing a phenomenal job. I know I've been able to do a lot of those sessions and take some trades and not have to know everything about the market, but because he's the expert, he's giving everybody the access to benefit from these trades. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Swipecoin. If you guys are members, go ahead and put 3s in the chat right now. If you're already a family member here with the #1 platform in the world for Forex, cryptocurrency, digital currency, preparing for ECX, which is our e-commerce. We are a full digital platform. If it's a way to make money online, we teach you how to do it where you never feel like you're alone. And you can come in just ready to maximize, earn as you're learning it. So let's talk about what's going on with Swipecoin right now and why every member that's on here should have Swipecoin so that they could benefit from the gifts that's being made.
This has been it's incredible month, and we had a big call last night because we called it undefeated for the October. We have sent 21 trades and we have lost 0. So 21 wins, 0 losses. We've caught over 6,000 pips in just 30 days, and the month's not even done yet. I'm sure probably a couple trades will be sent. And what that means for you, if you're brand new, if you're already an IM, is you could be learning, but at the same time putting your money where work. You know, something that Chyna says, maybe you want to get into real estate, but you lack the capital, you lack the credit. Well, you could get your funds up. You could raise your money. You could become your own bank and generate more capital by trading in the markets and investing in crypto. And what Swipecoin is, it's an app. It's a website inside of IM. And, you know, with the master traders, which is myself and Crypto Picasso, we tell you exactly when to get in the market, when to get out, when to buy, when to sell. We do live trading sessions. And then we have a strategy, which is a robot. It's called the Swipecoin Scalper. So if you like to be in the trades every single hour or every other hour, and you want to be scalping the market, we have a robot that pretty much is scanning the market and sending buys and sell positions. So it's a way for you to take advantage of crypto experts and position you in this market that's up and coming, growing, and consistently just evolving.
Wow, that's amazing, guys. So what that simply means is that the busy mom, the professional, the student, the person who's like, I know obviously everybody wants their money to grow. We simply put you in a position for your money to work for you, right? Your money is working for you opposed to you just working for your money. So while you're at work, while you're at school, while you're tending to the kids, you literally allow your phone to make money for you by taking trade ideas from the experts. Anybody that misses out on this moment, to me, is like missing out on the opportunity to invest into Google or to invest into Apple when you could afford to do it. Like right now, you could afford to get involved with what we have going on. It's literally $324 that gives you access to all of our trading platforms. You definitely want that option. It's $274 a month. I had a conversation with a young lady today. She's in school right now to be an accountant. She spent tens of thousands of dollars on her education. And so now that she has access to our platform, the reality is they're not going to teach her about this. She doesn't have the earning potential with the degree that she's paying for right now. And she has another year left, and she's now has the opportunity to learn so much more than what they're going to teach her in traditional school. So the best way that I can say it, even if you're an aunt, if you're a parent, if you're a grandparent, if you are a student, I would say consider joining us inside of this platform, inside of this community, because we are bringing the future to now. Like I believe that God literally threw us in the future with this opportunity. And so in the beginning, it was a little difficult to explain what Forex was. It was a little difficult to explain what, Bitcoin is and what's crypto, but now it's all around us. Like I could pull up an article right now of what's going on. All you literally have to do is Google PayPal Bitcoin. Now some of the conversations that, or entities that we're already familiar with, they are making it so relevant for us. So you can see right now, if you pull up PayPal Bitcoin, you see so many game changers that are absolutely inside of this space right now. Why PayPal Bitcoin support is a big deal. Forbes, Bitcoin, and PayPal have made headlines. But what about the other crypto trends? Like this is an opportunity for you to get in without understanding everything based on what has already happened in the past. This is current news news that's taking place right now. PayPal new services a 50 billion stimulus check for Bitcoin. Like, this is a big deal that's just happening right now. And the bottom line is, you don't have to understand everything to still pay attention to what's happening all around us and get in position to really, really win and win big with this. And so what I would say, $324, like, for real, the world has already changed. You can sit home from your computer. You can travel around the world from your phone and still be involved inside of this industry, learning from the experts. And so I'm just excited. I'm excited, Nick, that we're in the beginning. Right now, Bitcoin is about 13,000 plus. Let's talk about where we see Bitcoin. Do we see it dropping a little bit more? What are we thinking that's going to happen with Bitcoin?
I think potentially we could go back down to like 12,000. Around 12,000, and it's going to really test support for those of you that know trading, and see if people are willing to buy it at those levels. If not, I think maybe we could touch $10,000 one more time, but that's about it. But for the first time, and through technical analysis, the chart hasn't been this strong since literally 2016, 2017's bull run. So the market's ready for a run. Right now, just in the day-to-day, week-to-week, we could be seeing a little bit of a retracement, but the market just looks like it's ready for a full go.
Wow, that's amazing. I see the Bahamas is on, Kawana is on, Evelyn is on. My husband, Mr. Logic Mix, dropped some nines in the chat. He loves trading cryptocurrency. He's always been heavy in crypto. I always call him the Bitcoin billionaire because he just was fascinated with it very, very early on before I really got involved in it. And he just loves what's happening inside of the market. Javana, we see you guys on. Maya, we see you on. Baltimore is representing. Karanja, we see you on. And so this is just amazing, Nick. I could urge everybody, for number one, get back with the person who invited you. They will have access to get connected to what we have. You got to start understanding that this is something that could have easily been tens of thousands of dollars to have a conversation like this and give you access inside of this space. Obviously, because most people spent $20,000, $30,000 a semester for their education. So clearly having access to $1 trillion market could have cost you a lot more. But the mere fact that you have access for $324, that gives you the education, the videos, you have access to Nick, you have access to Picasso, you have access to the tools, is amazing. So for number one, everybody, no matter what your schedule is, you literally could find a space that makes sense for you to earn money while you're learning what's going on, and then look back and you'll be so grateful for the decision that you made. Any closing remarks, Nick, for the listeners listening right now?
No, I think if you're watching this, whether you're an IM or you're not, just don't let this opportunity slip away. And what I mean by that is that being a part of Bitcoin, getting involved in crypto. Too many people see it in front of them. Too many people see it on posts. You see probably Chyna talk about it. You see it all the time in the news, maybe to this point, but you haven't made that decision. And you really got to jump off the fence and get in the field. And what I mean by that is get involved. Even if it's $10, you could invest as little as $20 into crypto, $50. You don't have to buy the whole Bitcoin, but I'm telling you, you're going to see this coin, you're going to remember this live, and you're going to be like, man, I remember when they talked about 20,000 of Bitcoin, 50,000 of Bitcoin, and it's here. And you're going to be there, and man, you're going to be, I wish I would have by then already learned how to trade, invest, because you could have had a completely different scenario. I think this year, 2020, has been bumpy for some people, but I think it could be, like you talked about, a way to create opportunity for you. So with this extra time, dedicated to a skill set, dedicated to a platform, and I'm telling you, with trading, investing, and you're not just trading any market, you're trading the highest performing asset of the last decade. So think about what it could do for you and just ask yourself, if they're doing it, why am I not? And I'm talking about PayPal CEO, Twitter CEO. I'm talking about Fidelity, people who touch and manage trillions of dollars. If they are doing it, why am I not? So that's what I wanted to say, because I think it's really, really important to really put yourself in the shoes and understand what's about to happen so you can make an educated decision for sure.
That's powerful, because what I know is people are going to go out and spend a lot of money for the holidays, whether this has been a good year for them or not. They're going to go out and buy a bunch of gifts because Amazon numbers are going through the roof. People are still shopping online. I saw so many people when I went to the malls. I'm in Atlanta. We go to Lenox Mall, and I promise you it was jam-packed, and literally the pandemic was still going on. And we was like, my husband and I were literally like, what is going on in the mall that is this crowded? And I said, you know what? Them doggone unemployment checks and people in here spending all that money. The stimulus checks and people in here spending all, nobody was investing at large. They were spending as if they had a way for it to come back. When you say, listen, this year for the holiday, like, all you getting is Bitcoin, all you getting is crypto, all we're doing is investing, you are setting yourself up to not have to, fall in the middle of this big old gap, because I believe we're living in a time where the middle class is being eradicated and wiped out, and you got to make a decision on what side of this thing you want to be on. Do you want to be wealthy or do you want to not be wealthy? Period. It's no more, I'm kind of getting by. And I believe for the people that are extremely educated who think that they're supposed to understand everything before they make a move, we are living in a different time. You have to unlearn and then relearn a lot of the things that we were taught. Is not necessarily going to be advantageous for you in the current society that we live in. If you got to understand everything before you make a move, you're already at a disadvantage. You have to understand that things are changing at the speed of thought, and you have to have people around you that are smarter than you in particular areas, that you can look at the results that they have. You can look at the access that they have and the association that they have and say, look, I don't understand everything, but they're doing it. It makes sense for them, and I got access. The mere fact that you could afford 324 to get involved in this, I don't care if it's your last 324, because what I know for the holiday season, people are going to go spend their last on something that's going to mean nothing. Total liabilities. We're saying build up your wealth portfolio, add some assets to it. We're in a very digital society. I believe paperless society will be coming very, very soon. We're seeing a lot of coin shortages. Meanwhile, cryptocurrency is booming, and somebody's scratching their head working to figure out, what does this mean? It doesn't matter if you understand what it means. What you need to know is in 2009, it was a penny. And in 2020, it's over $13,000. By the end of the year, it could be easily $20,000. That means that if you invest now, even a couple of $100, your money has grown more than a real estate investment that you could have potentially made, because most real estate properties is not going to have that kind of gain in that short amount of time. So we're saying no matter where you are, you can get in where you fit in, but you got to be willing to make a decision. The biggest thing that I'm seeing right now is I believe that the employee mindset is not about whether or not you have a job. It's the mindset. The employee mindset has gotten into a space where they're not they don't make decisions. Effective decisions. They're always looking for somebody to give them what to do and delegate a role to them so they don't have to make decisions, right? In school, you're raising your hand to ask a question. You're told what to do. You're told when to go to the bathroom. You're told how much time you can have on for a vacation. You're told for the parents and the mothers how much time you can be home with your newborn baby. So now that it's time for you to make a decision, sometimes we want to give that responsibility to somebody else. I challenge you that's listening right now to just make a decision that your family and your last name and generations to come will thank you for, so that when somebody comes back and say, what did you do in the great pandemic of 2020? You could say the property that we're in right now is because of the decisions that I made. You could say the land that we have is because of the decision that we made. You could say that the businesses that we acquired is because of the decisions that you made in 2020 when everything was in shambles. Don't fight what's going on. Move into, pay attention. The cheese has moved. If you've never read that book, Who Moved My Cheese? We're living in it right now. The cheese has moved. I know you got the degrees. I know you got the titles. And I know you thought that that's what you was going to retire off of. But you're in a greater position right now, right? To get involved in something where there are no limits and there are no caps. There are no limits and there are no caps. So I urge you right now to make a decision. Get back with the person who invited you to the call. Let them know what you like most about what you heard. Get back with them right now. Let them know, let them know what you like most about what you heard and get started. Invest $324 today so that you can benefit off of what's coming next. So with that being said, thanks again, Nick. I really do appreciate you being on. I appreciate you really diving into this space, really bringing it down, making it very simple to understand that people need to take action and benefit off of what is inevitable and what's already happening. So thanks again, Nick, for being on.
Of course. Happy I was here, and anything y'all need, y'all have the best here with Chyna, and I'll be here to help y'all here with crypto. Y'all have a good night.
Wow. Thanks again, Nick. I really appreciate you guys. Get back with the person who's ever watch party. However you're seeing this, they have a unique link that's going to give you access to work directly with us. And we will see you on the inside celebrating you having the wealthiest Christmas of your life. God bless you guys. Thanks for being on. Bye for now.